All right, folks, welcome to Tigs Bits Live, number 67 on the season. 6-7, as the kids say. Tonight, we have a packed show. We're going to dive into some fresh tales from the tailgate that haven't aired anywhere yet. We're talking about a couple of interviews that I snagged with some fans that literally crossed the ocean just to experience Death Valley. I mean, why not? And of course, we'll settle in and have a little fun with a new segment later on that I think you are all really going to enjoy. But before we dive in, do me a favor, if you haven't already, head over to tigsbits.com. Check out all of the goodies that we've got there. Coffee mugs, hats, all that good stuff. And of course, hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube tonight, or if you're listening or watching this later. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and do me another favor. Go ahead and pull your cell phone out. You may be watching this on your cell phone right now. That's great. If you are, pull it out and hit the share button. You know, that little arrow thingy. Text it to somebody. I'm telling you, do it. We're up to 30,000 followers across all of our social media platforms right now. That freaking blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind that we're growing that much. And let's keep this puppy growing. Let's keep it growing. I want that to keep happening. And you would not believe how much sharing it actually does help the algorithm. You hear people say it. You hear content creators say it. It really is true. It's literally the biggest driver in social media to keep this going. And I like doing this. So if you know somebody who would like this show, kind of likes to just hang out, have a little Southern charm, a little Southern flair, if you will, share it with them, man. Share it with them. Let's keep this thing growing. Let's keep it growing. And speaking of the growing, let's see who we've got in the chat. It's been a minute since we've gone live, people. It's fun. It has been a minute, so it's good to be in here. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Mr. Paul freaking Rogers. What's going on, brother Paul? Good to see you, dude. Good to see you. Our friend Song, staying out of trouble, hopefully, on social media. Good to see you, Song, a.k.a. Terry Wayne Foster. Mr. Terry Wayne, good to see you, brother. Jacob Trahan. It's like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. That is what she said. That is what she said. I love seeing our amazing DJ from Cajun Tiger Tailgate in here, cutting it up with us, having fun. Dude, an amazing job, as always, this past weekend. And the vibes were elegant. I'll say it. They were elegant at Death Valley this past weekend. The product on the field maybe has not quite been. Maybe not. It definitely hasn't been. We'll see what happens this weekend. But look, appreciate everybody tuning in, everybody coming in, shouting out. Y'all keep the chat going. This is going to be a fun one. Watching some of these interviews back, running the wheel of flavor later. That's right. That's right. I'll explain a little bit more. Before we start to dive into everything, though, I wanted to say happy birthday, happy 22nd birthday to my sweet daughter, Haley. She turns 22 tomorrow. So shout out to sweet Haley. It's hard to believe. I don't think I look old enough to have a 22-year-old. I mean, what do y'all think? No, maybe don't answer that. Don't answer that. Do not answer that. Well, look, I thought we would start tonight off because, if anything, we always know Tiggy can get a little bit random from time to time, and we love the segment. We absolutely love doing the segment on our Bubba exclusive show, Randomness. So I thought, hey, I had a couple of things. You know, y'all know me. I always have to prepare a little bit for this show. I like to prepare. I mean, I want it to come across. I don't want it to just be dead air. So in preparation for this show, I came across a couple of things that I thought were about as random as possible, but thought that maybe we should talk about it. So I have a couple of thoughts tonight. Naturally, no JR, but let's do it. First of all, I want to talk about this 6'7" thing. Now I'm going to date myself, and now I will look old. Now I'm going to look like Gramps. By the way, someone in one of the messages on something, whatever, on social media, somebody said, okay, Gramps. Gramps, like, damn. It's kind of a badge of honor now, honestly. It doesn't bother me at all, but I'm like, wow, I'm Gramps now. I mean, I guess I am old enough to be a granddaddy. That's just weird, even rolling off of my tongue. But 6'7", this is the 67th show of the year. When I told that to my son, he went, ooh, 6'7", 6'7", Dad. If you've been anywhere on this earth, especially around middle school kids, then you have heard this phrase. You're probably wondering, what the hell does this mean? What is 6'7"? What is this? Well, first of all, we're not going to spend too long of a time on this because there really is no answer. There is no definitive answer of what it is, but it comes from a song. I need you to play this, DJ. DJ, what did we decide your name was going to be? Anyhow, we have not stuck to it. You should play it. Doot Doot, 6'7" by Skrilla. He's who made this song, and I think really kind of where it all came from, or what made it go viral. It's a meme. It's meme culture. We live in meme culture, So what happened is a video surfaced of a kid at a basketball event. You can look all this stuff up. Just type it into Google or whatever, and you can see it. But this kid went viral just saying 6'7". I think they had scored 67 points in the game or whatever. And they go to the kid. He's kind of nonchalant, and then it just took off. Kids thought it was funny, and it rolls. It's just how memes are. So ultimately, it's just a meme. It's a song from a dude from Chicago, and then it just became a hit like the things do these days. And then so kids started talking about it, started doing it. But here's the kicker, and I'll throw this out into the chat, see if anybody knows or can remember what y'all used to do. But meme culture didn't just pop up out of nowhere. I mean, memes have been around for decades. They weren't necessarily called memes at the time, but really the essence of a meme is what it was. When I was a kid, we didn't have the internet, and most of us, when we were that age, it didn't exist. There was no internet. But what did exist were TV commercials and slogans, branding, movies, stuff like that. And that's really that's the initial memes. I would think this has been going on for as long as humans have been on Earth, because we just can't help ourselves. Something silly, something stupid, we're going to do it. I mean, think about the idiots that were eating Tide Pods a few years ago, because of internet stuff. So stupid. But that's meme culture. So I started thinking, like, what's something that we used to say a lot back when I was in high school or early in college or even my son's age? And I didn't rack my head too hard, but I came up with the best example that I could think of. They didn't just start saying D's nuts these days. No, hell no. We were saying D's nuts thanks to Dr. Dre in the Chronic back in 92. I mean, that's when it all started for us. And if you don't think we didn't say D's nuts a lot, then you are absolutely out of your mind. But there's your little brief education on what 6'7" means. They're not really shouting out somebody's height. It's not about that. It's just meme culture being meme culture. So it's just a shared reference and a bit of absurdity. It's just stuff that's going viral. So there's one little randomness nugget for the night. And then another one is I was looking up Google Trends. I like to look at Google Trends, see what the heck's going on. out there in the world every now and then. And here we go. I just come across and talk about random. Did you know that Burt Reynolds, yes, Burt Reynolds is trending, or he was trending, but all the huge movie roles that he turned down. I had no idea about this. Of course, iconic actor in so many great things. Smokey and the Bandit, just to name one. The Longest Yard, just I mean, dude had he he owned the late 70s and the 80s. I mean, owned it. I'm going to tell you the movies he turned down. I had no freaking idea that he did it. I mean, number one, he turned down Han Solo in Star Wars. He turned down being Al Pacino's character in The Godfather. You name it, and I'm going to. But it's just crazy that he passed on all of these extremely iconic films. MASH. He passed on MASH, man, in 1970. And that movie was produced for like $3 million, but it made $82 million. So he missed out on a good payday there. Of course, in The Godfather, he was going to be Michael Corleone, and he had to step away because Marlon Brando threatened to quit, or kind of demanded that he leave. He didn't want to work with him. I haven't uncovered that story. That's an onion to peel back there. Like, wonder why Marlon Brando and Burt Reynolds had beef. We're going to find out sometime down the road. I have a feeling it probably was due to some chick. Probably a girl was involved, for sure. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That's hard to believe. In 1975, he declined the chance to play, what was his name? Randall McMurphy. He had a chance to play Randall McMurphy, and of course that role went to Jack Nicholson. And I can't really imagine. I can't imagine Burt Reynolds playing any of these characters, honestly. Like, think about it. Start thinking about replacing Burt, and I don't know if it's because of Saturday Night Live and the Burt Reynolds that was portrayed on there, but I mean, by Norm Macdonald. I was thinking of his name. Norm Macdonald did the absolute best Burt Reynolds. You know, just chewing gum, being on Jeopardy, wearing the big hats, all that stuff. But I just can't. I can't imagine him playing any of these. Terms of Endearment, he turned that down. Once again, got beat by Jack Nicholson, or he took that role just because he turned it down. I don't know if it had been the same role, but he would have been in that project. That was a smash hit. One of the biggest surprises, James Bond. In 1982, they offered him to be James Bond whenever Roger Moore exited, whenever Roger Moore left. And Burt declined it. He said that he thought that no American could possibly play James Bond. And you know what? I've got to give him credit on that, because he later on, he said that was a mistake. I don't think that was a mistake. I can't really see. You have to have some type of a British or European kind of accent, in my opinion, to play James Bond. That's just how it all started. So you've got to keep going with that. And then the last one, which blew my mind, and I 100% cannot even remotely vision this happening. Pretty Woman. He turned down freaking Pretty Woman. Of course, Richard Gere goes on, and that elevated his career to a whole new height. And Julia Roberts. But yeah, he could have been the lead in Pretty Woman, but he wasn't. So that's wild, isn't it? That is absolutely wild. What are some of y'all's favorite Burt Reynolds movies while we're out here? And before we dive into the next one, I love to check back in with the chat. Jacob says he guesses that he lives under a rock. No, it's a good thing, dude. That just means you're not around a lot of 6-7 stuff and you're not hearing it. Paul Rogers doesn't know what it is. This is good. This makes me feel good. I think this is just part of living with a teenager, living with a middle school kid. I hear it all day long, and I know teachers hear it all day long. I sell insurance for a living, and I enroll occasionally. am enrolling teachers, and that is definitely a hot topic. I mean, we've got emails about it that if kid says it again, he's out. He's out of there. Chance Alexander, Chef Chance says psych, which is in a sense kind of what it means. It can also mean so. You know, bizarre. Paul Rogers, Smokey and the Bandit. Yes, sir. What a movie, dude. What a movie. Hilton, what is going on, brother? Jason Hilton. He says he's watching Eating of Belinda's Burger. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I am talking about. Unlimited stop. Belinda's in Florine, Louisiana. Unbelievable. Got a call from her yesterday, and that's so nice. I'm so glad that some little old videos that we make over here and just have fun, going to the places that I like to go to, patronizing the places that I like to be a patron at, and giving them a little bit of spotlight. I love that, man. I love that, dude. And what a great burger Belinda has. No doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. Well, look, let's get into the meat and potatoes of tonight's show. We've got some great interviews from over the weekend, starting with a guy from Ireland who is on a 14-week college football journey. I mean, I don't know if y'all remember. Some of you that have been with us for a long time may remember Brandon Tritt, Florida State guy, a couple years ago. Actually, Brandon Tritt was the very first fun Tigs Bits fact. Brandon Tritt was the very first video podcast that we ever did. That was whenever we finally switched over to video. I had the first one that we did somewhat recorded, and then the second one was full video and all that, and we haven't looked back. It's been all video ever since. But he went to some clutch games throughout that journey. If y'all remember that season, came to LSU. He saw LSU twice. I think he went to the SEC championship as well. But he went all over the country to some of the biggest freaking games. It was amazing. What a story. Well, this gentleman from Ireland is doing something very, very similar. And then after him, we've got a couple of English fans who came all this way just to come to Death Valley, man. I mean, if that doesn't tell you how damn magical of a place it is over here. And that has nothing to do with the football team. I mean, it has a lot to do with the football team, but the tailgating, it's like it's its own separate entity. You know what I mean? So we'll talk more about it in a second. But let's watch Dave from Ireland, man.
Gentlemen, as you know, on Tigs Bits, we like to bring the international flair to the channel, and we do that every single time because that's what this gorgeous thing behind us does. Death Valley, baby.
Death Valley.
I understand, sir, you are from Ireland,
not England. Not England, all the way from Ireland to Death Valley.
Wow. So how did you get here? What brought you here today?
The simple answer, plane, but I feel like you want more than that, don't you?
I want the whole. You didn't. This doesn't happen on a whim.
No,
you don't
doesn't.
end up here on a whim. Somehow you heard about this.
Of course. So obviously a big college football fan. Been to a lot of different environments around the country, and everyone has said to me the best environment in college football is a Saturday night in Death Valley, and that's exactly why we're here.
That is right. So far, has it lived up to your expectations? I think that's a fair question.
Of course it has. Great southern hospitality. Everyone's been so welcoming. Great weather. We don't get this in Ireland in
it's hot, but
October.
it's not as hot as it can be.
And we have
it feels great in the shade.
Lovely shade with our tailgate. But no, it's been great. Everyone's been so welcoming. LSU might be my family right now.
Oh,
of course.
Yeah. I think everybody can agree.
LSU a global
Ireland
brand.
and LSU. What could you imagine? I just want to throw this out there because you know it's coming.
Yes.
You've had Notre Dame go to Ireland.
We
You've
have.
had other. Did Florida State play there?
They did.
Yeah, Florida State played there.
Iowa State.
Would you like to see Iowa State? Would you like to see the LSU Tigers in Dublin, Ireland? I mean, would that be fun?
Of course it would. Notre Dame, K-State, Iowa State, all great brands. I get it. All great universities. But the SEC is different. The SEC is different. We need an SEC game in Dublin, Ireland, and no one better than the LSU Tigers.
No one better.
No one better.
Has anyone ever drank the town dry?
We're Irish.
I know that. That's why it's a big question.
We drink the town dry every weekend.
I know you do. I think if this LSU matchup happens,
I think if you and your LSU family, my LSU family, came to Dublin,
yes,
the taps would be empty.
there you have it. I think the Tigers could drink the town dry.
Yes.
We do everywhere else. I think we could do it in Ireland.
Of course you could.
Make it happen in CAA.
Go Tigers!
Boom! That's it. That's awesome. I love it. All right, so more layers of our conversation were undug as things usually happen when we get off air. Not only are the boys here for a trip to the historic and Great Death Valley, but you're on a mission, you're on a run. Tell us all about it. Where all are you going?
So this has been this is week 7 of a 14-week journey where we're doing 14 games in 14 weeks.
Oh my God.
We have been to Tuscaloosa, Knoxville. We went to the Whiteout a couple of weeks ago. Week 7 was Death Valley. Looking ahead, we're in the big house next week, Michigan, Big Ten. I know the SEC and the Big Ten have a bit of a rivalry. We're going to the big house to see the biggest stadium in America, see what that's like. We're going to Auburn, back down to the SEC. We're going to go to the Swamp. I know you're not the biggest fan of Florida.
Not at all, but that's okay. A great venue and a place you should go.
But as someone who doesn't have an allegiance to any team and who is just a fan of the league, I just want to get all these atmospheres in. So I'm coming to Death Valley. I'm going to Jordan Hare, hopefully at night, to see them play Kentucky. We're going to the Swamp to see them play Tennessee. And week 14, we're leaving it open. We're going to see how the schedule works out.
Maybe go to a playoff game or something.
Playoff eliminator. We're going to see what's on the table. But 14 games, 14 weeks is how we're laying out this journey.
Oh my God.
I won't lie, it's tiring.
Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's the best journey that I've heard. We've had a guy on the show before who was doing a tour, and he was going that year. He went to all of some of those 3 or 4 years ago. He went to some of the biggest games that there were in the country. He was a Florida State guy. He came here, got to meet him, shout out, and I thought that was the most incredible story that I've ever heard. But not only now, you've come to the States to go to 14 weeks in a row to college football to see what it is that we have. I only have one question for you.
Go for it.
Will you come on our podcast at the end of this journey?
Of course.
To talk about all of this? And it does not have to be favorable of LSU.
No.
I understand you're going to have a good time today. There is no doubt about that. I know we will be at the top of the list. But at the end of this journey, I want to know, like, who makes the top?
Yeah.
Why? What did you experience? And, dude, this is an incredible thing.
I will definitely come on to discuss that. When I go to these places, I look at tailgate environment, the scale of it, and I'll be honest, Penn State, coming into this weekend, Penn State, tailgate, incredible.
Penn State?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Stadium environment.
Okay. Yeah,
atmosphere.
a whiteout
the best
would be
game,
a lot of fun.
The best game as well. Like, I was at Georgia, Tennessee week 3, 85 points in that game, overtime. Luckily in my journey, I got 3 overtimes in 3 weeks.
That's incredible. So not only
another fun,
you're going to the biggest games and you're getting great games at that, which means, sorry Tiger fans, but this is going to be a close one.
Going to be a close one.
This is going to be one of those games.
No, it's been an incredible journey. I went up to West Point in Army to go to a game.
Okay.
A game on a military site that I had to do a background check to go into a football stadium.
Really?
So as the accent might give away, I'm not a US citizen.
Not at all.
So took a boat up to the stadium, got off the boat, had to go into my separate line, do a background check into a football game. I hope I don't have to do it here. But,
I do not think you will.
It was certainly an interesting turn to go into a football game where I didn't think my criminal history. Thankfully, there's none there, but it was just an interesting run in all of this. But yes, once
welcome to America.
Once we come to the end of it, I'll jump on your podcast. I'll discuss everything: the best, the worst, the best games, the worst tailgates.
Yes.
And we'll talk about it all.
There you have it. There's more to this story. There'll be more coming. I cannot wait to hear the end of this whole journey, man. Wow. Thank you, buddy.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
My man. My man. He has it down, doesn't he? He has the Go Tigers down. I love that. I love that. How cool. How freaking cool is that? In the games that he's been to, he's been to some serious good games. There is zero doubt about that. But you know what? Preparing for this, all of this, it blows my mind. It blows my mind that people are literally flying from all over the world just to come here to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and experience Tiger Stadium. I mean, I've met folks from Ireland. We're going to see some folks from England coming up next. I've seen some folks from Italy, Canada, all over the United States. They've been watching LSU online or on TV or whatever for years, and it has become a bucket list place. And I didn't really realize just how many outsiders came here until we started doing this. I mean, yes, I would see people at the tailgate, or we would talk to somebody and they would be like, I'm coming down from Boston or whatever. And I would just be like, wow, that's amazing. And then once we really started to dive in and do these interviews, it's just like it's opened up a whole new world, and I start seeing it everywhere and hearing from other people, and it's just really cool. I mean, we truly have the cathedral of college football here, and it is just like going to the Colosseum in Rome. It is that for some people, outsiders that are not just LSU fans, they're coming here for the experience. It's like someone wanting to go to Las Vegas and go to the Sphere. Or the Sphere. The Sphere would be in Florida State, but the Sphere, and go see and have that kind of an experience. So people are coming here to get an experience. That is the one buzzword that all of these people say in these interviews. And here's something that we've got to do. And I'm talking to, not to everybody, I'm talking to the Tiger fans that are out there listening to them. We got to give them a real Tiger Stadium experience. Don't leave early. Don't sit quiet. The traffic, yeah, it's bad. It's always been bad. You knew that whenever you showed up. That's part of it. It's just part of it. They're looking for a memory. They're coming here to make a memory. And just the tailgates and just all that does not need to be the memory. The in-house experience needs to be it too. I'm saying this because it's a little bit of a problem. You're in a 7-point ball game, and shout out to Dave. He did bring it. He made it. He made the game tighter than it should have been. But, the atmosphere in Death Valley this past weekend, I'm just going to say it sucked. It was terrible. And it's just a 7-point ball game in the fourth quarter. 35 or 40% of the stadium is left. And traffic is an issue and all of that. But, dude, you leave in the second quarter, you're done. I mean, you're still going to be in traffic. You're going to be in traffic no matter what. That's part of the commitment. And these folks are coming from halfway across the planet to come to our house. Our house. We got to make sure that they walk out saying, my God, that was everything that I hoped it would be. It was loud. It was crazy. They were the tailgate, the people. I can't wait to tell everybody. I can't wait to come back. It doesn't need to just be for the big games. It needs to be every damn game. Fans are watching, and they're falling in love with LSU all over the country, just the same way that you and I did. The exact same thing. And we got to act that way. We got to act that way. Okay, I'm going to get off my little high horse here, but it's just really, really cool that all of these folks come across the world just to come and experience the culture, the food, and the people. It's what makes Louisiana so special. We need to remember that. There's just a little reminder, you clean up whenever you go over to your grandma's house, or if you have guests coming over to your house, you clean up a little bit, you make sure everything's right. Remember that. We have a lot of guests here, and not from the opposing team, actual guests that come from all over the world. I mean, look, there you go. Paul Rogers, not an LSU fan, at all. The stadium leaving wasn't a good look. No, it wasn't. And it happens a lot. It's a pandemic in Baton Rouge, or an epidemic. I think it's a pandemic here locally. I mean, it's been happening for years. If it's not Alabama, Florida, Texas A&M, you know, a Georgia or Tennessee or one of those big SEC game, people are leaving in the first quarter. People don't even go. I mean, it's just that doesn't happen at other places in the SEC. It is starting to. I have started to notice that's even happening. I mean, even Ole Miss last weekend, people were leaving early, that kind of deal. They didn't show, just not in it. But, you know, anyhow, I just had to get my 2 cents in because it pisses me off. Jacob says it was sad. It was embarrassing as a visitor seeing that. Yeah, I mean, it is. Like, I didn't talk to the boys after this trip, but there's no way that they went, dude, Death Valley is as loud as they say it is. That place is nuts. No, it wasn't. Flat. Anyhow. Next weekend, Jacob says, fire. Fact. FACT _ fact. It's going to be wild. Next weekend will be the game of the year as far as the tailgate of the year, game of the year, crowd of the year. Guarantee it. Let's just cross our fingers. The weather is good and the Tigers can get the victory this weekend. We're not talking about that tonight. We're not going to talk about that. Now, look, I wasn't expecting to hear the Queen's English in the middle of the tailgate, but I did. Once again, here we are. There's 2 blokes. I can say that word. They say it a lot. There are 2 blokes from England who somehow ended up in Baton Rouge. Talk a little bit about that, and let's watch this.
I'm here, sir. Where are you from?
From London in the United Kingdom.
Yes, he is. What made you want to be here?
The food in the United Kingdom is extremely bland. And I love how much culture you have in your dishes. And you can't eat Louisiana dishes on their own. They're built to share. And I love all the flavors and I love everything that's brought to the table. And it's that beautiful storytelling that you guys do so well with your food. Spot on. Just please do not come to the UK for food. We're not very good at that. I always travel with a little bottle of Tabasco.
Okay.
For emergency purposes, but Tabasco just fixes everything.
It does. It's a fixer of all ailments. Our good friends at Tabasco love that.
Avery Island.
Is this the first time you've been to Louisiana?
4th time. I absolutely love coming to Louisiana. There's so much to see here. Like I love a good cypress tree in a swamp. You know.
There you go.
That now we're talking.
Right. Yeah.
You can't build that. That's nature. No, that's beautiful.
That's right.
But watch out for the gators, you call them.
Yeah. They're gonna come get you. No doubt.
But what a beautiful backdrop you guys have out here. Absolutely stunning.
What else are you gonna do while you're here in Louisiana or in the United States?
Well, I've never done a tailgate, so this is my first ever tailgate, and wow.
What do you think?
I am so impressed. Like everyone's just sharing everything. Everyone's having a great time. Everyone's laughing. Everyone's just having I love it. What a great concept. We should have those before our soccer games.
Absolutely. I can't believe that you do not.
Oh, I know, right? Probably because of the congestion charge just to drive into London alone. So we normally take the bus or the tube into the game. So we haven't got these massive Ford pickup trucks to cook a barbecue off the back of.
That's true.
And parking.
Logistics definitely make a factor. Yeah,
I love seeing your stadium and then seeing the parking bays around the stadium on Google Maps. You guys love parking facilities.
You never get out of here, and that's a fact. Like, you will not leave this place tonight. It will take forever. But it's worth it. I mean, look at it.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
I hop on a bus.
There you go.
And can you drink in your seat here when you're watching a football game?
100%.
Wow, that's a luxury. We're not even allowed to drink alcohol in the seat while watching the game.
Sir, you are going to have a good time.
Premier League.
Death Valley tonight, baby.
Can't wait. Thank you for having me. Everyone in Louisiana has just been fantastic. Well, wonderful hospitality, you guys. That real southern charm. that Southern hospitality. Everyone's looked after me here.
Where can they find you on your socials?
My name's Travel Dave UK. You can follow me on Instagram, YouTube. I've got my own travel blog at traveldave.co.uk as well. And also, I'm looking forward to the World Cup next year in the United States of America. Wow.
Let's go.
Canada and Mexico as well, but also in the US. It's going to be exciting.
I love it. Well, thank you. Appreciate you. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
There
Cheers,
we go.
guys.
What's your name, sir?
Scott, how you doing?
Very well, very well. So nice to meet you. Where are you from?
So I'm from Portsmouth in the UK, on the
Okay.
south coast. Yeah.
Is this your first time in the United States?
No, I've been to the United States a lot, a fair few times. Into Louisiana 4 times. We were in Baton Rouge a few months ago, and we were being told about this by a lady called Marie, who was selling us this whole culture behind LSU and how huge the college was. The lady behind the camera.
The lady behind the camera, Marie. Yeah.
And we more or less agreed we had to come and experience this for ourselves. It just was like nothing we've known about or could even fathom in the UK. So here we are. We've made it happen. It was tight. We just made it happen last minute, but we're here.
I heard that. A little birdie told me, as I like to say, a little birdie told me that you didn't get here easily. Where were you prior to this? How'd you get here? Give us the rundown.
Well, I actually came from Doha in Qatar. Was the last place I was. Flew into London. Quick stopover. Changed my clothes. Washed some stuff, and hopped on a flight. And I arrived last night, late.
Jeez.
And,
you came
here we are.
literally across the world
Yeah.
to come to this place.
Yeah.
Why here?
From a dry country to a not so dry country.
It ain't dry here. Not at all. I think it's a wet country. I've never heard it described that way, but it's wet here.
Thankfully not too wet and humid today, but it's it's a wet country for sure.
It's definitely wet.
It's a wet state.
Why LSU? Why Death Valley?
I guess we've heard a lot about college football. LSU seemed to be one of the ones that had the biggest following, the biggest culture. Everywhere we've been in Louisiana has had some kind of support for the Tigers, and you see it kind of mix and match around the state, and it just felt right. It just felt the place that we had to come. I've done a lot of different content and videos in Louisiana.
Okay.
So yeah, I feel much more connected to the state than anywhere else, and here we are. Yeah.
It's a great place. Where else have you been in America?
I mean, a lot of the deep south, so Alabama, Mississippi. I've done a lot in Florida, been to a lot of different places there. We were in Chicago just a few months ago, the East Coast, California. So yeah, a fair few places. A lot of states yet to see, but I've been to a few.
Okay.
Yeah.
But something keeps bringing you back here.
Something's bringing me back. Something's bringing me back to Louisiana. We even joked actually a few
not
months
just,
ago.
I mean, Marie is lovely, but it isn't just Marie that brings you back to here. It's that charm, isn't it?
It's that charm. It's that Southern hospitality. Yeah, for sure.
100%. We got it in droves, ladies and gentlemen. You know that. Y'all come down, come see us. Visit Baton Rouge. Visit Louisiana. Come on down, right?
Absolutely.
Thoughts on the game?
Thoughts on the game? It's just going to be great to soak up the atmosphere. I have no idea what's going to happen. I like that, but my thoughts mainly is about the tailgating and just how many people there are. Just the atmosphere and the vibe. I feel like you could come to 10 different games.
Yeah.
And have 10 different experiences. Go to 10
100%.
different tailgates.
Yes.
There's different types of people. Everyone's getting together for LSU. Every different age, every different race, background, religion, just seems to come together for an LSU game. It's kind of beautiful.
It's awesome, and I have to say you nailed it, and it's fun to hear an outsider's perspective of that. All cultures, all blends, all walks of life, and none are ever the freaking same, man. There's never a tailgate that is the same. That's what keeps me coming back.
Yeah.
I think that's what keeps all these folks coming back, is it's never the same. It doesn't matter who it is, who we're playing. It's always fun. It's always lit. It's always wet.
Yeah.
It's got that wop. Yeah, it does. I said it. I said it.
He said it. I didn't say
I
it.
did. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you for coming.
Great. Thank you.
Very nice to meet you.
You too. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Let's go.
Gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. Those guys were great. It's just it's still, I just can't. I know I keep saying it, but it just blows my mind that these folks are coming. And I've got to give a shout out to Marie, behind the camera. She works with Visit Baton Rouge, and as y'all have heard on the show, they have a partnership with these folks over in the UK, travel agency, travel kind of stuff, and they do trips and things, not just to Baton Rouge, but to other places around the country. And just how cool, man. How cool, this travel agency booking all this stuff, these folks coming over. And like I like to say, a little birdie told me, well, a little birdie did tell me that there are, you're going to like this, Jacob, there are 16 folks coming from the UK, coming to Death Valley, coming to our tailgate, coming to Tiger Stadium. They're going to get the experience, and they're going to get a wild one. I mean, we don't know what the weather is going to do yet, all of that, but I can't wait to meet them. And you know, we're going to have some good content coming from that. No doubt about it. It's going to be setting up to potentially be the tailgate of the year. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. So a lot more to come from that. Now, while we're on the topic of out-of-towners, we got to bring it back local for a second. And I'm about to interview, they're coming to Texas A&M, Jacob, next week. I'm about to interview a lady named Kayla Dunn, and there has been a debate on our socials with some of the videos that the food in North Louisiana is bland and the food in South Louisiana is better, and Mason-Dixon lines in Louisiana, and all of this fun stuff. So I thought that I would get the opinion of someone else who's lived on both sides of the state. She's lived in South Louisiana where she grew up. She lives in North Louisiana now. Let's just say that Miss Kayla, she has a couple of opinions.
Had this discussion, and it's been going around the tailgate about North Louisiana cooking versus South Louisiana cooking. And I thought, let's get a nice lady's perspective from this, who's lived in both South Louisiana and North Louisiana. Is there a difference?
There is definitely a difference. Most definitely.
What is the difference?
Flavor.
The tailgate king himself up there says that people in North Louisiana boil their food. I don't think that's necessarily true.
I don't think that's true.
What do you think it is? Do you think it's just a lack of other seasoning? It's just too salt heavy, no pepper, nothing else? It's just, what do you think? How can we fix this?
I do think it's seasoning, but I also think there's they just don't know what to do to make it better. Like, you got to sear the stuff before you cook it, and you got to flavor it and season it and make sure you know how to make your gravy from scratch and know all the things.
Would you eat a gumbo cooked? You don't know the person. It's cooked in North Louisiana. I'll call it a Yankee gumbo. Are you eating that gumbo, or are you passing sight unseen?
To be nice, I would try it, and then I would politely pass my bowl to my husband.
That is the way, because you already know that roux is not going to be dark
enough. Nope.
No, and as you've said, no flavor.
No flavor.
Okay.
That roux better be about the color of brownie batter.
At least.
I
agree. North Louisiana, get it together.
Learn
Reporting live from Death Valley, Kayla. I'm not Kayla. Kayla Tigs.
Woo! I can't wait to put that out on social media here in the next few days. I'm going to chop that one up a little bit. I think that's going to have some fun. Kayla threw the gauntlet down a little bit on that, and so I mean, that's going to ruffle some feathers. Ain't no doubt about it. But look, this is all disclaimer right now. Anybody watching, this is just fun. Number one, everybody in the state of Louisiana, well, almost everybody, there's great cooks in North Louisiana. There are great cooks in South Louisiana. Make no bones about it. People in North Louisiana can cook. It's just more southern dishes like you would get in Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama. That's North Louisiana. The cutoff, the line, I-10, that's what a lot of folks say. But it is seasoning. There is not as much Creole seasoning, Cajun seasoning, all of that in North Louisiana. It's more salt and pepper heavy. Gravies, things like that. I get it. They're all excellent. There is no wrong way to eat amazing food in this great state. But she wasn't too wrong and too far off. And nor are my friends at the Cajun Tiger Tailgate with the seasoning. It's just not the seasoning they are used to and what I've gotten used to for living down here all of these years. No doubt about it. Hey, look, I want to give a big thank you to everyone at the tailgate. Everybody that is out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's unbelievable the people that'll come up to me that are part of a tailgate and they're like, hey, you need to go interview this person, or this dude came, he's from wherever, he's from LA, he came here first time, you know, whatever. They come up and it's kept this going for all of us so we can have these shows, talk about this stuff, and have a little interaction. It's a lot of fun. I love doing it, and I want to thank all of y'all. Y'all been my cameraman or camera lady this year, and we're just a big family at the Cajun Tiger Tailgate. It's what I was talking about with Ashley the other day while we were just hanging out a little bit. I was like, you know, this is just a big family, and we all are. We're one big family, and it's a lot of fun to share the culture and all with the rest of the world. It seems the rest of the world. Oh, look who showed up. My girl, Allie. What's up, Allie? That's so fun, she says. It is. It is. It's all so much fun. I just love it. It's just so much fun doing these tailgates. I know that the second half of the year, the last quarter of the year, this show turns into the tailgate show, but that's okay. That's just the way this thing goes, and it's the way it's gonna go. So it's that time of year, and we're gonna keep going, win or lose with the Tigers. There's still gonna be some great stories to be told. That's what makes it fun and makes me keep coming back. All right, y'all. I said we're gonna do it. We're gonna do something new, and this is gonna be fun. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of proud of myself. I thought of this, and it's nothing that magical at all. But I'm going to spin a wheel. We're calling this the Wheel of Flavor. Cue the music. I don't have music for it yet. We'll see how far this goes, but I think this is gonna run for a little bit. I do believe so. I'm gonna spin the wheel, and I'm gonna let it pick which seasoning I'm going to use for my next cooking video. We've got 25 plus seasonings just that I've found so far, and I'm probably missing some. I'll add them to it if need be. If I get more, they will go on the wheel. They will go on the wheel. So here is how this is going to work. I'm going to spin the wheel, and whatever it lands on, that becomes my homework assignment for the next time before we go live, hopefully. It may be a show or two, but somewhere in there, okay? I've got to cook with that seasoning with it before that next show or the next show pretty soon, before we spin the wheel again. I've got to film it, see how it turned out, talk about it. No do-overs, no excuses, just pure flavor fate. We're going to see how it all turns out. So let me pull up the little wheel here and see. Rusty, what is up? He says, "Go Vols, beat the Tide." Please do. We're still wanting to win an SEC championship, and it'd be nice to give Bama a loss. So it would be great if you could handle that for us. We would appreciate it, but we all are going to need it, honestly. All right, let's see. There we go. There we go. We can see the wheel of flavor. So I'm not going to name everybody that's on here. Of course, there are a ton, as you can see. And let's just spin it. Let's see what happens. All right, there we go. Britt's cooking. Britt's cooking Cajun seasoning. That is the winner. So excellent. I didn't know how this would turn out, and just truth be known, as some of you know and don't care, I'm on keto, and about half of these have sugar in them, but I was going to sacrifice doing all of that for you, the people, so you would know my thoughts on all of these, but I still will. It's all fine. It's all good. I can have a couple of bites and see how it turns out. But I think I've been sitting around thinking, like, Lord, I have all of these seasonings. 26 is what's on that wheel as of right now. 26 freaking seasonings. And I'm not giving justice to my friends out there that have provided me with this seasoning. I'm not promoting it. I just feel like, how can I get this out there? So I think this will be a fun little segment. Y'all let me know what you think, and we'll keep it going. Of course, I'm going to take Britt's cooking off of the list after this one. We're going to run through them until I use them all. So I think it'll just be a lot of fun to do all of that. But look, that's going to be it for tonight. I'm going to wrap it up as just a little reminder. Next Thursday, I'm going to be on Adam Cotraire's podcast. It's called End Zone Eats. I'm going to be on there along with Chris Phillips from SEC Unfiltered, who laid quite the bombshell. He said that the Vanderbilt Commodores will beat the Tigers by 2 touchdowns or more this weekend. Strong statements. I've written that down. I will not forget that. I hope that I get to rub that in his face next week. And Gordy Rush, the legend Gordy Rush, LSU sideline reporter, involved in so much in this city. Great dude. Great guy. That's going to be a lot of fun. So y'all tune in to that. I'll have links, all that stuff as they're put up. So I'll be live next Thursday on Adam's show, End Zone Eats. It's cool. So it talks about different tailgates around the country and some of the dishes and food that you can expect at these tailgates. It's a unique show. A unique perspective on things. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's an in-studio show, too. So, Tiggy could go crazy in a studio. Nah, I won't. It's just going to be a lot of fun, man. So y'all make sure to tune in for that. And as always, thank you for being here. Thank you to the 30,000 plus followers across all of our socials. It truly blows my mind that we've crossed that bridge. 30,000 people have access to this show and watch it or have touched it, seen it, something that just mind-blowing. We're playing small stadiums now. Don't forget, go to tigsbits.com for everything. That is your hub for all things Tigs Bits. Appreciate y'all being here. We'll see you soon.